Um, Guys, girls, non-binary people, everyone in between, welcome back to another Twitch stream. And this is Chapter 3, Episode 3 of Sh4d0wCraft in the 1.20 update, which is pretty sick. Today, as you probably saw by the title, I'm actually going to become omnipresent, which, if you don't know what it means it can be everywhere, anywhere, any time, and how I'm doing that in the game is essentially putting a portal in every single different biome in the game so that I can be everywhere, anywhere, anytime. And it's actually one of the sort of 3 challenges that I have on a chain. So I have everything, everywhere, and everyone. And today we're finally going to be completing the everywhere, and then everything and everyone I'll be doing next. If you want to know what that's all about, because it's amazing, and also any feedback as well that you have, or what you want to see next. If I haven't really got anything on, yeah, please do let me know in the chat here and on YouTube. This will be going up on YouTube as well. So what I do is I do the stream, put it up on YouTube afterwards. If you're watching this as a recording, feel free to type in chat or comment as well. Again, just shows the support and that you like the videos. But if you're watching this live, you're also welcome to type in chat. And just a simple hi is great as well, or you can type a message, or whatever you want, really. Now, today is actually the 2nd of July. And last month was Pride Month, which was June, that ended on the 30th. Now, on the 30th, I wasn't actually here. I was at a Guns N' Roses concert in London. It was amazing. There are a couple funny bits here and there, but we'll get into that probably a bit later while I'm digging and mining, just so I have something to talk about. But yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. It's the first time I've ever been to a music concert. It definitely changed me as a person, and if you've never been to a music concert, I would definitely consider going to one, because it is just brilliant. It doesn't have to be Guns N' Roses, it doesn't have to be rock. Choose a genre of music that you like, but trust me, it will be terrific. Yeah, so I was super pumped about that. But anyway, yeah, so it was Pride Month last month. What am I doing here? I can't remember what I was doing here. I don't know where I am currently. I'm just gonna give 1 sec. I'll keep talking about what's... Oh yes, this is where I was going to set up a portal. So this was, I think what was this? The 8th to last portal? I think it was a stone shore or something. Actually no, I stopped out here just to get this, didn't I? Yeah, I've done this already then. I can chuck that there. Right, I can just head back to my house then, which is at... Just check my wings quick. Yeah, you can see I've been looting some stuff. I actually got 2 of these as well. This is the 2nd time I've ever found an armor trim in the game, because they're new to 1.20, and this is the first of the coast armor trim that I found as well. And these can actually be dupes, contrary to what I thought before. I just wasn't doing it right, and as you can see, different ones need different sort of ingredients to dupe them. So ingredients at the bottom say ingots and crystals. I'm guessing that's what you need to dupe these ones, whereas others you might need diamonds or iron or gold or emeralds. These ones need ingots and crystals. And by crystals, I think what they mean is amethyst, because you can't actually use the deep dark shards. So if I just find the right way back, and as I'm flying back, we can actually talk about some stuff. So that's going the right way. This way, right. Hopefully my wings don't run out. But yeah, so I keep saying this. Last day of Pride Month was 30th of June, but that doesn't mean Pride is over. Keep on supporting everyone, keep on being proud of yourself, being proud of others. And don't let anyone ever take that away from you. It is just really nice to support someone, especially when they come out, and also if they already have come out, it's just amazing to show support and love for everyone. Um, so yeah, just keep going. And I'm hoping actually to maybe go to a Pride Parade this year as well. For some reason, they're all during July and August, but late July and sort of early August. And I'm not sure why that is, since Pride Month was last month. I don't know, but if I do go, that will actually be my first Pride as well, so I'm really excited to maybe go to one of them. And I may even stream it too. That'd be a cool thing to do. And actually, on the top of all this, last stream I actually spoke about some things that happened to me. And I saw this thing the other day that someone had tried. And it was doing sort of pride tests or quizzes on things like BuzzFeed and stuff. I know they're like fake and it doesn't actually mean that you're parts of that section or community. Some people just find it's a joke. I think they did it a bit of a joke or a bit funny, but I might do one on the stream, to be honest. See if it's actually right. If it is, I'll let you know, but if it isn't, then I guess you'll just have to wait a bit longer. But yeah, we'll probably do that once we start in the Nether. So, ooh, that's actually where I've been already. Now it's a pirate ship. I have not seen this one. I might as well raid this while I'm here, to be honest. Don't want to get attacked by drowns though, so I'm going to be quick. Don't want to drown either. Got the map. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Let's not drown. Right. Let's check this treasure map quickly. Over this way. Over here. And then we can head off back home. Just as soon as I got this. Now, I don't know if it's 100% true or not. This may have just been something that's been sitting in my head for a while. I don't know if it's true or not, but I think you can get armor trims in treasure chests. Like these coastal ones or different ones as well. Again, that might just be in my head. If I face this way. What I've actually found, and what I didn't do before, is that even though like the tip of the sort of the white thing on the map, the tip of it is the way you're facing, but the actual blob is you. So that tip isn't part of you, and what I used to do was put that tip on the middle of the X, and I would never find a chest. If you actually put the blob right on the middle, so you can only see the 4 outer bits of the red cross, and you dig straight down, you'll pretty much find the chest instantly. Unless it hasn't loaded properly, in some cases where the chest won't be there. But most of the time it is. And this way seems pretty effective. Now, a lot of the time it's pretty far down, mostly under sandstone. But other times it can vary in heights. And if you've gotten down to stone before you find it, I'm guessing you've gone a bit too far, unless you're on a stony shore, which was what the other one was back over the other side. Oh, there's iron there. I might as well grab this while I'm here, actually. I mean, I don't entirely need it, but it's nice and handy. So, I've gone a bit far down. If I go maybe, if I face this way a bit more, I think that maybe it's back this way a bit. And again, if you can't find it on the first go, just expand your search outwards. So I'd suggest maybe going 2 blocks out on either side. Just like that. Or a couple blocks out, or just randomly dig here and there. Especially if you've got an efficiency 5 pick. Really does help a lot. It doesn't have to be Silk Touch. I'm using a Fortune one, but yeah, it's quite effective. There might not even be one here, to be honest. Like I said, sometimes they don't spawn correctly. But they're usually not right down by stone, so yeah, we'll have to see. Basically, just mine in a circle and then gradually build your camera upwards like this. And hopefully, you should find a chest. If you don't, you can just leave it. And if you're a bit bored or tired of not finding it, then obviously you can just leave it as well. This one, I don't think I will find actually. It's weird, for all the others I've used the same technique and I found them, but this one is a bit harder. To be honest, I think I might leave this one because I'm not finding it, so yeah. Actually, I can just quick chuck these out. There we go, like that. And then if we head off home, which direction? So that's, those numbers go down, those numbers go down, so it's back this way somewhere. Oh, sorry, I know it's really on this stream, but I have just remembered I've got to go give the dog the food. We're looking after a dog again. It's one we've had before called Bobby. She is a chocolate brown Labrador. Lovely. Very, very nice. I've got to go give her her food though. I'll be back in a sec. Let me just land somewhere here. And I'll just pop myself in the direction of where I need to go. I'll probably save and quit. I'll be back in a minute. I'm also going to mute as well. But yeah, I'll be back in a sec. Just give me a couple of minutes. Give me a couple of minutes to go do it. Well, hello again. I'm back. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. I don't know why I said hello. Subconsciously did that. Never doing that again. Yeah, I'm back. And actually, while we fly back, I'm actually going to kick up one of these quizzes now. And like I said, I want to see if this quiz is right. I want to see if it is right about me. I mean, I know they're not like 100% accurate. Nobody is 100% something. So, yeah. If it's right, I'll let you know. If it's wrong, I guess you'll have to wait a bit longer till I'm ready to say. So get rid of that. Yeah, so I've actually got about 8 or 9 portals that I need to do. I'm going to fly back now. I'm actually going to grab these pumpkins quick. But yeah, I've got about 8 or 9 portals to do, and then I'll pretty much be omnipresent on this world. So yeah, should be pretty good. One thing I've got to mention is that via Twitch and YouTube, on Twitch I'm trying to get to at least 20 followers. So please do follow if you can, or if you want to see more. And on YouTube, I'm trying to get to at least 100, because I'm at 92 on 83 so far, and I think that'll be a pretty good milestone so far. So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, then please go ahead. I'd love it a lot. Here we go. So LGBTQ test. Let's see. Obviously, you're not going to see the test, but yeah. And continue. Play now. Intro. Right, I'll do this as I fly back. Because obviously, while I'm flying, I won't 100% need my hands on the controller. Sounded worse saying it out loud. If I just grab these quickly, I know they're not going to mean too much, but I haven't actually got a functioning melon pumpkin farm right now. So I think grabbing these would be pretty beneficial. Because although I have got a massive manual one set up in Village, it doesn't grow particularly fast most of the time because I'm outside of the chunks, which means that it doesn't load the growth of them. So just grabbing these here and there is actually super beneficial. I think it was, yeah, Slide goes down and that goes down. So if you head this way, is that Pillager Outpost? It is. I am actually just going to go check this out and raid this chest unless I've already been here. So there might be more armor trims. There is not. There is, however, a goat horn, and I'm collecting them too. So I'll grab that and I'll fly off before they can attack me. I was flying this way. Yes. So if I get high enough in the sky, my wings won't break and the controller's on pretty good charge, so it shouldn't run out. As we're flying back, I can actually start up this test. Or this quiz. That is a pretty... I keep getting distracted. That is a sick looking... Whoa. This is cool. Yeah, sorry, I keep getting distracted. Right, let's actually do this now. If I get high enough up, my wings are on pretty good durability. I shouldn't take too much damage because I'm going pretty slow. There we go. Right. Here we go. Question number 1. How long does your daily skincare routine take? So it's 1 hour, more than 1 hour, 5 minutes. I don't currently possess any skincare products routines. So 1 hour. Which colour is your preference? Red, pink, yellow or blue? Well, I'm have to go pink. I mean, it's the closest thing to purple, and pink is a pretty sick colour. Especially electric pink with black and yeah, any shade of pink to be honest, especially Cosmos pink, which is superb. What is your preferred type of fragrance? Citrus, floral, woody, or I don't love and enjoy? Speaking about, because I don't really use deodorant and aftershave, so I guess I'd go with citrus. What do you usually do in your spare time? Well, as you can see, I'm playing games. First one on there. What kind of accessories do you like? I actually have a ring and bracelet on now that I got for my 18th. I think I really like the ring more as well, though. So I'm going to go rings. How would you respond if a male friend confessed his feelings for you? Okay, this is getting a bit personal. If we just land here, I'll chuck myself into the air again. And I'll answer this question. Oops. Get in the air first. 3. And we'll start flying this way a bit more. There we go. I would be surprised and think they were kidding around and not take it seriously. I would be surprised and would need to take some time to carefully consider if it's true. I'd be surprised and then start wondering about the direction of our relationship. I would treat it as a joke but prefer to distance myself from him discreetly. This is just theoretical, but if it would kind of depend on who the person was. So in this scenario, in this case, I would have to pick probably. How that hurt a lot. I'd probably have to pick. Consider carefully if it's true or not. How would you do if a man flirted with you? Okay, I might take a different quiz because this one's a bit. This one's a bit, yeah, personal. Uh, I guess where is the right one? Uh, Let me search something else up. LGBTQ quiz. Send out. Okay, this one looks a bit better. Okay. Again, a bit personal. I can't find a good one to. There used to be a really good one because I've done it before. It's a joke with friends, but. All the questions are a bit personal. There used to be better ones where it was a bit more relaxed. If I. Oh, I need to get up in the air again. I might just leave this, to be honest, and actually come back to it at another point because all the quizzes seem to be a bit. Yeah. I'll. This one actually looks alright. Nope. Why are they all? They used to be so like sort of laid back, and now they're all very personal and getting. Is this one alright? Let's see. Long old page. Oh, I'm underwater. This is not good. I'm going to drown. That was close as heck. I'm almost home. I've actually gone past home. Oh, here I am. Yep, here it is. Back home. At the old base. With all my wheat fields and things like that. Yeah, I think I'm probably better off leaving this for now and actually coming back to this another time. I've got some other stuff to do anyway, so yeah. I may probably do, or I might just leave it. I can't actually hear that too well. I'm just going to turn up the volume a bit. Still can't hear that. Is it silent or what? I can't. Why can I not hear it? Is it like a silent one, or I don't know? Is there a silent goat horn? I'm not sure. It seems like it. I can't hear it. If you can hear it, obviously let me know in chat. But for some reason, I can't hear the sound of the goat horn, which is I find a bit strange, to be honest. It is a bit odd. I'm going to turn that volume back down actually, because it's probably super duper loud currently. Who else is watching? I'm just going to check chat now, see who is here. So, actually in terms of, I forgot to say earlier, in terms of timing for the stream, I'm probably going to go for about 2 hours or something like that, just because I said this multiple times before, but I tend to try and stream when people are out, or whenever I can really, which most of the time is when the rest of my folks are out doing stuff, because there's no background noise, it's not so bad, and it's just generally more calm, so it does really help. And I'm not getting called or shouted out or anything like that, so it's just better like that. Anything that does not need to be in here can be taken out. So if you're wondering why I have so many tools and stuff, while being in the Nether and setting up portals and mining and everything, there have been a few odd occasions where I have died. And on those occasions, I immediately have just gone to myself, like without thinking about whether the tools and all my items are still going to be there after and not despawned. Instantly in my head I've gone, okay, they've probably all burned up in lava, I'm going to go and make some new ones, and obviously when I get back to that point, some of the stuff is still there, especially the tools, which is why I have so many backups and spares, which is kind of good in a way. And actually just something I want to say, when YouTubers and Twitch streamers go get tools back, especially on YouTube videos, for the viewers it's just like a quick jump cut, but for us it's a good couple hours of work just to get that stuff back. So sometimes it does take a while. Yeah, it just takes a bit longer than you might think. Yeah. And there. I will need them to like the portals. Have I got anything else of value on me or something? Let's go there. We'll just go over here. And they're back, for God's sake. Actually, that's best not be. If that's my family, I'm going to have to stop stream, which would really piss annoying. If it's not, then it's okay and I can keep going. I don't know if it's them or not, because I can't see too much outside. I don't think it is them though, because I can't hear the door, so it should be fine. If it is them, then sadly I will have to stop the stream and probably come a little bit later, talk about the stuff that's happened over the last week and the portals and things, but for now, just because I can't hear them, I'm going to keep going. If you're wondering what's in these two shock boxes, I've actually got a full box of fireworks in stacks as well, and a full box of obsidian in stacks. Just because I kind of calculated how much I would need to fly around and put the portals down. And I have been restocking the boxes and the obsidian over and over again, so yeah. So the potions, I haven't really sorted these out yet. And actually, speaking of potions, I want to make an auto potion sort of farm or machine. It's a pretty fun thing to do. So these go in here because they're made of netherrack. Anything else that needs to go around here? Just looking now. Oops. Heart of the sea, no, that's fine there. Kelp goes around the other side. That goes there. Oh. Excuse me. Had a couple late nights. Yeah, so when we got back from the concert, we got in at 2 o'clock in the morning, so that was a late night, and last night was around midnight as well, because my mum came into my room shouting at me around 1 o'clock in the morning. She thought I'd taken her charger, but I hadn't. She just hadn't looked properly, so it woke me up as well. Iron I can chuck in the furnace. I've got blast furnaces, or I can just chuck it in the smelter. Anything along here that I need to put in? I have more of certain things than others. Like kelp, I'm not going to have too much of because I don't really use it all too much. But things like the iron and all the ores and stuff, I know I'm going to have a lot of because I have a fortune pick. It's kind of how that works. I've actually explained the storage system and everything else in past streams and past videos, so again, for context and understanding of the world and kind of what's going on with this series, especially for a new viewer and not someone that's been watching for a while, I would urge you to check out YouTube because there's a lot of context and explaining over there of kind of what's going on in this world and what I'm doing. Right, books go over here with the leather, and I think the fourth one up, yes, okay, and then wheat goes back over here, in the wheat chest. So back around, I don't have OCD, but sometimes, I guess it's mild OCD, but sometimes I see things and they just really annoy me. Like, if that's one bit off, it annoys me. I guess that's for most people. That does annoy some people quite a lot, but yeah. Sometimes I see things and I leave them, but other times I see things and I just have to fix them. It's ugh. But yeah, it's not like a constant thing. This paper map, I can actually just burn this because I'm not ever going to use it again. Just chuck that in there, that back up there, and extinguish this fire. I can run back through here, and those shulkers actually need sorting, so I'll do them at some point. Chuck that in there for now, and these armor trims can go in this chest. Nope, the other chest, that's my diamonds in there. Where is the other armor trim? I remember having another one because there it is, yeah. So I've now got 2 of the Century armor trims and 2 of the Coast armor trims, and I believe there is... Actually, I don't know how many there are, but I know there's quite a lot, and unlimited combinations. At some point, I do want to try and get every single combination of armor on every single type of armor as well. So that'll be a fun little challenge at some point. Anyway, yes, portals. If I just grab a page here. So the first one we need to dig out to is 1094,493, and these are coordinates in the nether. So when I've built the portals in the overworld, I've then taken those coordinates, divided them by 8, and then that's where the portal will be in the nether. The Y level doesn't matter, because it can be up or down, or wherever you like, really. But Y level doesn't really matter in the nether when you're doing portals. And a lot of the tunnels I've already dug out sort of lead to where some of the other portals do, because some biomes are quite close to each other. And actually what I've found with 1 or 2 of the portals, I've only done this with 1 or 2 or so far, is that some biomes are actually in clumps. So I have a Sunflower Plains, a Windswept Savanna, and a Windswept Hills biome all together. And for that, I've actually put a portal in the centre of all of them. So I've got 3 biomes in one, and they are all pretty much big biomes too. So I thought that worked quite well. I've only done that for 2 places, and all the others got their sort of own separate portals. Now, I do actually have a centre point here in the Nether, which is where I'm building out of, which is this portal over here. And this portal actually goes directly to my village trading hall, which I'm still setting up. I kind of got sidetracked and wanted to do portals because otherwise it wasn't going to get done. Also, in the time that I've been doing this, I've been growing and get fixed on the way. If it's running on low, I will mine some of the gold or the quartz along here. Ooh. Yeah, so I'll mine some gold or quartz along here if my pick is getting low, something like this. But most of the time I will actually leave it because at some point I want to come back through all of these tunnels, make them a bit wider, design them. And when I do that, I'm going to come through with my Silk Touch pick and pick up all the ores just to chuck on the ore tower. So I have back at the old base. So yeah. Anything that I don't really want, I'll either just leave here to despawn, or I will burn it on the spot, because I do have flames still on it. But yeah, while we're just running down, going back to the concerts that happened on 30th of June. So yeah, it was Guns N' Roses concert, first one I've ever been to. It definitely changed me as a person, and it was absolutely terrific. I enjoyed it so much. There were some funny moments, there were some cool moments. And if you want to see more about that, I would suggest checking out my Instagram and possibly YouTube as well. Just because I have actually put some videos and pictures up there from it. But yeah, it was sick. I don't really have like a specific genre of favourite of music, but rock is definitely up there with some of it. I do like Slipknot and like heavy metal and hard rock and things like that, but also I do somewhat love movie soundtracks and themes and things like that as well. So there's kind of a mix for me in the music world. But yeah. So I think the first band we saw was The Darkness, and they're quite famous for a song called I Believe in a Thing Called Love, which they did actually sing. Now, I've never seen The Darkness before, but they were bloody good. And the lead singer actually took off his top, and I was tempted to say nice tats, like shout it out. I didn't. I was tempted to say it, but I didn't. Just because I didn't want to. Yeah. I didn't say nice tats, but I was tempted to because the tattoos he had were pretty cool. He was really ripped as well. Not ripped. He was like skinny ripped, like skinny muscular. So yeah, that was cool. And then also during the darkness, I think there was someone holding a sign saying, "Don't be a prick, give me a pick." And I think he got a pick in the end while they were singing as well. And he actually got given a mic at some point too to do a little duet with the lead singer of The Darkness, which is pretty cool. They had a little sort of pitch competition with the lead singer too. So that was all good. It was fun. Yeah. And then there was the Christmas song bit as well. Someone shouted out, "Do the Christmas song." And obviously The Darkness were like, "We did not make a song in our first album called the fucking Christmas song." I do try not to swear on these streams, but if it's part of the story or part of the context, then I'm gonna do it. Yeah. They did end up playing it, but they didn't say what the name of it was, so everybody now just still calls it the Christmas song. So that was pretty sick. Yeah. Oh, and the whole thing was filmed live as well. It was on TV. And there was a drone, there were sort of big cameras and everything. I don't know if you can see me clearly on it. Obviously, a lot of you don't know what I look like as well, actually. So yeah, you won't have seen me on there, but it was amazing, genuinely. Yeah, there was some sing-alongs. Again, The Darkness didn't really know the words because I hadn't really heard them before. The two bands that I had heard before and I did sing along to were Guns N' Roses and The Pretenders. We also saw James and the Cold Gun, which is a lot more heavy metal or hard rock. The Pretenders, I think, was a bit more like pop rock, and then Guns N' Roses was just generally rock music. There's a couple of songs that I hadn't heard before, but they were really good. Everybody was singing along, everybody had a great time. Yeah, it was just amazing all round. Also, Slash, the guitarist, he got his own solo as well, which was pretty cool. Actually, he got a couple solos as well. There was also a new member in Guns N' Roses as well on the keyboard of the piano. I hadn't seen them before. I think they joined, not recently, but in the last couple of years, because I think one of them died. Quite sadly, but yeah, they got a pianist or someone on the keyboard. So yeah, that was cool. One thing I had to point out was that I headbang like quite a lot when I listen to that kind of music, and I looked round and there was only like 2 or 3 more people headbanging, and I was like really going at it. I mean, I kept going. I wasn't ashamed of anything. I kept going, but it was kind of a bit annoying not to see other people headbang. I thought they would be. It's got that kind of music. And there were a couple falls during the concert too. Yeah, so Axl Rose actually he didn't fall over, he tripped over a set on stage as he was stepping back singing. Actually, I don't know what the song was. I think it was something to do with a barn, or Down by the Barn, something like that. But he actually stepped backwards. I don't think he saw the step, and he tripped up a bit. Everybody had a good laugh, even he had a good laugh, to be honest. But yeah, that was funny. It was good. And the other fall was a lady fell into me during during I Believe in a Thing Called Love with the Darkness. I mean, she said sorry. I did help her up. She was a nice lady, a bit chatty, spoke about things. She was on the pins. I'm guessing she was drunk, but yeah, she was a nice person. Yeah, that was all good. That was all good. Yeah, last of the time. I'm actually coming on to Guns N' Roses and the performances they gave off. The animations, so they were on the stage, there was a big screen behind them and then 2 screens on one on their left, one on their right. the big screen behind them was playing animations sort of related to the theme of the song, and they were spectacular, to be honest. They were absolutely amazing. And it's definitely inspired sort of my animation ambition, because I'm going to study animation at uni at some point in the next year. I've actually taken a gap year already, and I'm on my gap year now, because I'm going to do a bit of modelling, get a bit of money, do a bit more streaming, a bit more YouTube, a bit more Twitch, and then hopefully go to uni, and hopefully it goes all well. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. But yeah, come back to the animations were absolutely brilliant, and I did actually catch a couple videos. Um, they were somewhat loops, but I think it was upside. There was a song called Upside Down, and the animation in that was sick, like really, really cool. Um, yeah, it was brilliant. Um, and then the other thing is the voices of the performers. Now, I'd listened to the originals of some of the songs from all the bands before I went to the concert just to get into the mood again. And Guns N' Roses, I do often listen to it a lot. And it's kind of my morning routine to just play Guns N' Roses or rock or anything like that kind of aloud in my room. Because Spotify makes daily playlists for it, and rock is one of those. And Guns N' Roses is on there, so I end up playing that pretty much every morning. Sometimes while I'm at the gym with the headphones on, that'll be on too. But what I want to get onto is the voices of the original songs. They're pretty much matched all throughout the performance. Well, they were like pretty much spot on. They absolutely nailed the voices. Because I don't know if this is entirely true, but from what I've somewhat seen, as musicians and singers get older, sometimes obviously their voices change a bit and the song doesn't sound exactly the same. But Guns N' Roses, they freaking nailed it. Absolutely tremendous. Amazing. And the dedication people had actually put into dressing up and dressing for the occasion was cool as well. It's just amazing to see such a large community of people dedicated to seeing this band. I didn't really have like rock Guns N' Roses sort of dedicated clothing because obviously I've never been to a concert. I didn't have any merch or anything like that, so I kind of put some ripped black jeans on, stuck not a cloth, like a bandana thing out the back of my jean pocket, and then stuck on like it's very sort of graphic design, but also skulls and sort of very spiky designed t-shirt with pattern on the back, a bit of stuff on the front as well. And then just a cap and a jumper too. So I guess I somewhat would not have been good, because I don't really know anyone that lives up in London either, so that would have been a bit fucked. Right, we're almost there. Was it 493. Almost there. Just gonna keep going on this. Yeah, sometimes this does get a bit boring, and I realise that I've just rushed through talking about the concert, and now I've pretty much got nothing else to talk about, to be honest. So, just going to try and make as much conversation as I can, as to not make the stream boring. And sometimes you might hear me go quiet for a bit, or pause for a bit, just me thinking about what to say next. I don't really have anything to say or concentrating on something like trying not to die in lava, which happens once or twice last time. So yeah, we are almost there though, so we should be pretty good. And last time I actually only managed to get one portal done, which is a bit unfortunate. Hopefully this time I do get a couple more done, because I want to get literally the last portal in and done today, so that I can prove that I have obtained omnipresence in this world. So yeah. And then actually after this, although I've done, or nearly done, every biome in the overworld, there is actually biomes in Nether and End as well, which are the two other dimensions, one of which I'm in right now, and the End is a separate dimension. But in both of those there is about 4 or 5 different biomes, and because you can't build portals to them, what I'm actually going to do is put up signposts to go to them. So in the Nether, in this Nether hallway, I'm actually going to have a separate ice track underneath with boats, which is going to basically send you off. Which is basically going to send you off to whichever biome you need to go to, and they're going to be diagonal or pretty much straight ice tracks as well, rather than having to turn corners, which I think should be pretty cool. And then certain biomes I want to have a fortress in, because I'm planning to maybe build some sort of base or farm there. Or a certain biome will need a certain space for it for a type of farm, such as a ghast farm needs to be in a soil sand valley, but it needs to be above quite a large lava lake as well. So yeah, that has to be something that works. We are actually almost there, and actually another thing I forgot to mention is that as we're digging along, I do often find quite a decent amount of ancient debris, and last time I dug through here after the last portal we did on the stream, I actually managed to get a stack and 15 of ancient debris just from a couple other portals that I've been making. So that's pretty good so far. The only problem is now, with netherite in the game, you can only actually put it onto tools with a specific armor upgrade, of which I haven't currently found. They are found in bastions. I know where a bastion is that's been loaded in 1.20, so I can head over there at some point, and I do want to make that into a farm at some point as well, because with magma slimes or magma cubes, you can actually get them eaten by frogs of different colours, which produce frog lights of different colours, which is why I'm going to set up a farm there at some point. There's a lava. I've gone way too far because I've not been paying attention. This has gone far too far. I'm meant to be at 493. I'm at 530. This is why you need to pay attention when you dig tunnels. You end up digging more than you need to. Almost there. Yeah. So it should be right around here. Any gold that is going to lie on the ground here, I will tend to just pick up. And burn the other stuff, because I don't necessarily need black stone or netherrack. Whereas gold, although I don't really need it too much, it is quite nice to have just in case I need to use it for powered rails or something like that. So this is 493 here and 1094, that's the right coordinates, just checking now, yes. So now what I can do is make space for a portal. Okay. 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And basically, if it isn't, then I've got something very wrong with the coordinates. Oh, if you're wondering why my levels are null and void, it's because I died recently, and these are actually new tools as well that I have to get back. I died on a flying journey, so yeah. Yep, here we are, Birch Forest. I actually found this neat little cave bit here, and as you can see, this is indeed a birch forest. Got some hills over there, and I do believe this is one of the new ones as well. The trees are a bit taller, so yeah, we're all good. If I just make a little bit of a dumping ground here, I can go ahead and chuck in all the stuff I don't need. Soul sand and blackstone I will actually keep, because although I know you can just harvest them from the nether, I'm guessing they will come up handy a bit later, whereas flint I can just burn. So all of this I will go ahead and yeah, I need to make a rubbish disposal or an auto one at some point actually as well. Be super duper handy. If I put that out, I do not draw any attention, and I can actually now just go ahead and cross that out. So that's another portal done. So we've actually got a dark forest, a giant tree tiger, a savanna plateau, a warm ocean, lukewarm ocean, cold ocean, deep lukewarm ocean to go. And then that is actually pretty much it for the overworld. So yeah, I guess we'll finish off on the deep lukewarm ocean. So that'll be super cool. And that pretty much, yeah, like I said, will be everything done. And that'll be a long task done after such a long time too. And then I can go and have some lunch. But yeah, I want to get these portals done first before I go have lunch. I have to get these ones done first. I'm still picking stuff up, yeah. As soon as I notice that I'm not picking stuff up, I will just start burning stuff again. This is going to be a long run back actually as well, so I'm guessing a lot of this is going to despawn anyway. I might just go silent for a sec while I run back, because you're going to hear a lot of this clicking. So if you just give me 1 second, I will run back really quickly. See you in a bit. There we go, all back. Just need to grab something. There it is. I'm not actually currently with the console right now. I'm in my room. Yes, the console is in a different room. I don't have it in my room. Just because yeah. So my brother uses it as well. So I just popped that there. Just grabbing a charger for my phone 'cause it's about to run out. And my phone is what I have all my notes on for portal locations. If it runs out, I'm not going to be able to find the portals. And then this stream won't be true because I won't have been everywhere. There's my phone. I forgot to get it. I left it in the other room. Give me 1 second. You right, Bobby? You right? Lying on the floor. I forgot about coffee either. Right, that can go on there. Right, I'm just going to read the next coordinate, see what it is, and we'll get going. So the next coordinate is... oops. Why are you flipping? Stop doing that. Minus... where is it? Minus 1757 minus 1590. It's quite a distance, but we should get it done. Minus 1757 minus 1590. Also, if I don't get this done now, because I definitely want to get it done today, what I'll probably do is set up a stream this morning, this evening, sorry, or at some point later in the day, because I know that my folks are going to be out this evening as well. So if I need to, I'll do one then too. So minus 1757 minus 1590. So we'll head off this way first then. Yes, it's minus 1757 because that's a bigger number. Well no, it's a smaller number, but it's bigger because it's 17 not 15. And so it's a negative number, so it is technically smaller, but I'm doing it on like what seems like the bigger number. Got my coffee here as well. Delicious iced coffee. I actually put a little bit of peanut butter in there today as well, just to make it a bit more nutty. I don't know if you find that weird, but it does make it more nice if you put a little bit of peanut butter in iced coffee. Because I blend mine. I put coffee, ice water and some milk, and then a little bit of peanut butter in. Makes a delectable iced coffee. No sugar needed, actually, because it is fine on its own. You actually get that, not the separation, but you get that nice layer of froth on top, except it's like thick, icy stuff too, so it's quite nice. If you put too much ice in though, it does literally just turn into a slushy, which isn't very nice at all. Right, we're getting somewhere with this portal. I think we are anyway. Let's go. Let's go. Ah, it's taking ages. One thing, yes. So, another thing that happened on actually this was on Friday, sorry. In relation to kind of this and travelling and stuff, I went to see the new Flash movie. I mean, it's okay. The running it is good. It is a good movie. It's just that running the CGI. He runs in a straight line all the time, which I find a bit. Yeah, it should be kind of dodging between stuff. But I guess time is relevant, so everything turns into a blur, and he can phase through stuff as well. So I guess it's all right. But also the running motion's a bit. It's a bit weird. Like the pose he gets into to actually like start running is really cool, but when he starts running, the actual running motion is quite weird. Doesn't look right. But the main part about it, the one I want to talk about, is the sort of multiverse concepts in it. So I know that they have the Speed Force and everything like that, but the multiverse concepts in this new Flash movie, I haven't seen something sort of projected like that in digital media before. It's kind of these spoilers if you haven't seen it, by the way. It's kind of these spears of different events constantly happening over and over again, sort of stacked on top of each other. And then these spheres somewhat collide, or they float around in a dimension outside of time and space, which Flash calls the Speed Force. And it kind of, they all just float there. Yeah, it's not a concept I've seen before, but I guess it does somewhat relate more to the idea of string theory, which is the fact that there's parallel Earths or dimensions or universes just stacked on top of each other. And I guess that's what these spears somewhat represent. So that was a really cool way to see it. There were some really good cameos and references in there as well to the original Superman, some of the original Batman as well. We definitely got to see some new characters too. So that was great. And the new Supergirl is really cool as well. I think she's played by Sasha Cal or Sasha Cale. I don't know how you pronounce her name. Yeah, she does a really good Supergirl. So yeah. I think it's a movie worth seeing. It's just that some of the CGI or computer-generated scenes aren't as good as you would probably hope them to be. Was it 1750 or 1770? Let me just check. 1757 and then 1590. So yeah, it's 57. Another 10 blocks. So as you can see, a lot of this is actually already mined out because this leads to another portal. Whereas 57 was back here. 7, here we go, and then we can start mining this way. Now we need to go to minus 1590, which is going to be a bit of a longer journey because I actually have to mine this bit. Oh, there's lava there. I would have died if I hadn't looked properly. This is why you look properly. For God's sake. I might actually need to mine some of this wood now as well, because my pick is getting low on durability. Like if it gets down to half or below, I will start mining to collect some XP, because it has to stay above there if it can be efficient in mining out the tunnels. And obviously I only come across ores in certain spaces, so yeah. Actually, speaking of spaces, I mentioned this already, but I haven't actually mentioned this fully. So with the timing of streams and when they come out and the uploads and things like that, YouTube and everything, what I'm probably going to do when I go to uni, or actually probably at some point this year when I get into modelling like properly and do jobs and things, is obviously I'll be away for a while. So what I'm planning to do is have longer gaps in between uploads or streams or videos, and then actually make the videos longer themselves. So there's bigger gaps, but to compensate for that, there is longer videos. So I can take longer breaks to either plan or actually do something, and then a longer video to just spread that out, show that, and actually do all the work in it. So a lot of the stuff I do off camera, I can actually do on the stream as well. So they may end up being coming out like every 3 weeks, or every month, or every 2 weeks. But it all just kind of depends on how much time I have and when I can fit them in, and when no one is at the house as well. And I have actually got a holiday coming up at some point in July, so for at least 2 weeks I won't be on this world, but maybe doing something else. I could start a hardcore series. I know there isn't a hardcore on PE edition or this edition so far. But what I could do is essentially make a world in hard mode and then just give myself the rule that every time I die, I basically have to delete or restart on another world. And we'll see how far I get with that. And it will be a world that I keep on my phone as well. I'll play it every now and then. But what I've actually recently found with starting worlds on my phone or somewhere else is it's really hard to go and get going. And I know with this one I've been going for such a while and it's amazing, it's been a blast. But I think I've put all my sort of energy and hype into this one. And now it's kind of hard to actually start a new one and know what you're doing. Because sometimes you see the world, you see the seed, and you have a plan in your head, and you're like, right, this is going to be amazing, I know what I'm going to do here, this is going to be terrific, I know what I want to build. But then other seeds, you're just like, okay, I'm not entirely sure I want to build here, but I have somewhat of a plan, but I don't think it's going to work. And you have all these sort of convoluting ideas and nothing really ever comes out of it, and you end up just deleting the world. Or there's a point where you're playing survival and then you end up just going into creative, which just ruins the experience entirely, because playing in survival is, I think, one of the best experiences you can have in the game. Also, I guess creative is good as well, because you can do pretty much whatever you want, make maps and things, be an admin on realms and things. But survival, I think, is one of the best advantages of the game too, because it adds a sense of challenge, a sense of purpose to the game. So yeah, but I've just been kind of struggling with what to build in new worlds or how to start out. But I have actually recently found a rather good seed, and it's between two windswept hills, which actually have cherry groves atop both of them. There's a fresh water supply just a couple hundred blocks north as well. And there's also a village just a couple hundred blocks south. And it's completely random generated seed, and it all works out pretty well, so yeah. Just realised we haven't even got that far with digging. We're only at minus 183. We need to be at minus 1590. Or minus 1,590. So there might be this thing again where I go mute for a bit and then come back for a bit and talk for a bit and go mute again, just while I dig this tunnel out, because I don't really have much to talk about, to be honest. I will keep an eye on it though, because I do need to make sure that I don't die in lava, because that would be awful. Because the main thing that I hate about dying in lava here, although I've gotten like used to dying because I die a lot in this world, which is why I'm having so many backups and spares and things. One thing I hate about it the most though is losing the elytra, because obviously you have to go to the end and get them back and stuff, and I have actually got a box of elytra. I'm actually down to only about 4 left now, and at the start I had 12 or 13, and that's how many I've been through already. So I need to be careful with elytra, and actually the mending and unbreaking as well. Although the books are cheap, Again, it just does take time to get all of the stuff back. I actually lost some pretty good boots last time as well. So these ones are just normal boots, as you see. But the ones I had last time, as I mentioned, I died. They had Frostwalker, Feather Falling, Unbreaking, Mending, Protection. Yeah, so just be careful when you're mining in Nether, I guess. And obviously lava flows faster here because it's home dimension. And Nether is literally just hell. It literally is Minecraft's version of hell. So I guess everything's quite bad here. Except for the farms that you can build here, and also the amazing resources you get too. And also the ancient debris, which I seem to be running into a vein of. I know you only get 3 in a vein, but I seem to be finding a lot of this. I guess I am digging really big tunnels. And I am actually committed to digging the tunnels as well. I don't know where I get the energy from, but I'm committed to digging the tunnels. And I don't really tend to just like give up halfway through. It's an odd sensation, but yeah, we're going to keep going. Yeah, I'll go mute in a minute. Right. Next time I find a bit of ore, ancient debris, or anything like that, I will go mute. And then I'll come off again when I need or want to. It just depends when my folks are going to get back. And like I said, I might do another stream later just to finish off the omnipresence if I don't get to finish it off now. Because I have got a couple more portals to do. Right, once this is all gone, we're going to go mute, and I will see you in a bit. Well, no, I'll still be here, but you'll hear from me in a bit again. let the dog out quickly. I'll be back in a sec. That's why I've just paused the game. But yeah, I'll be back in a sec. By the way, if you're wondering where this portal goes, then it connects to the Dark Forest, which is a dark oak forest. This one's on a hill and it's got a ravine in it, like a little hole, which looks pretty cool. It's got a little ice rink in there. So, I guess you'll just have to wait and see. But I'll catch you in a bit. almost there, literally just another couple hundred blocks. It's at minus 1590, so 1590. We're at minus 1476 currently. I'll let you know when we get there. And here we are, finally. God, this has taken ages. So what I'm thinking is maybe I will probably wrap it up now, this last puzzle here, and then come on later in the evening, because I know I've got like pretty much all day. I might just pop down to the gym and grab some lunch and stuff as well. So, yeah. Hopefully you have enjoyed this stream here. Obviously, again, if you're new here, if you want context behind all of this, obviously go check out the YouTube channel and Instagram and TikTok, all under the same name, same spelling as his accounts, with the same icon too. And yeah, I really do hope you have enjoyed today. Probably won't have, because it was quite boring, but I will be back pretty much later. In the time that I have away from the streaming today, I'll probably do some more portals, and probably just have like one to do at the end of today. And I probably also will do a episode 3.5, just doing some designs for portals, or actually just finishing off completely. If I don't get them done today, in the next couple of days, but I need to get them done definitely. Let's see if this actually worked. There should be a dark forest. We should be in a hole. Hopefully it has worked. But yeah, this is goodbye from me for now. I really do hope you have enjoyed. Have a lovely rest of your day, or evening, or nights, depending on where you are in the world. And again, yeah, it's the end of Pride Month, but that doesn't mean that Pride is over. Keep being proud of others, be proud of yourself, and don't let anyone ever take that away from you. You are who you are. You should take pride in that, so, yeah. But yeah, I'll keep you updated, hopefully. I might be on later again, but I'm not sure. Most likely I will, just to finish off the portals, do another stream. But other than that, for now, thank you for watching. I always forget to do this in the intro. I keep reminding myself to do this. I need to sign out and then do this as I'm talking. And as you can see, I'm actually leading it on quite rightly now to end up coming to this, because I've got to click the button, click another button, swipe somewhere, and actually go to the stop the stream thing before I stream it. And as you can see, I've dragged out a bit. And now I'm actually going to stop the stream. Thanks for watching, goodbye,